Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Board Masters with me, Chris Mullins, and I'm back with my second unboxing of the week. So first up was Dice Slice by Sea Griffin Games, and now we have got Kabuto Sumo by Board Game Tables. And this one, again, similar to Dice Slice, is a very, very different type of game to what I would normally back. Again, both of the games I've unboxed so far this week have got an element of sort of dexterity play to them, which historically hasn't interested me at all. But I think from the very first second I saw this one, I thought it looked really fun and really cool. And it was only a few short years ago I was driving a few hours each way to go and watch any sort of wrestling I could. And then to get a cool looking wrestling board game was something that appealed to me straight away. So the story. It's springtime in Japan and the rhinoceros beetles, Kabutomushi, Japanese for helmet bug, have returned from their travels. Now out in the wild you can find them butting heads to show off their wrestling skills and impress their insect friends. This is the origin of the phenomenal World Insect Wrestling Championship. In Kabuto Sumo, you are one of the contending beetles, battling for supremacy in the ring and your place in the pantheon of legendary wrestlers. And there's a junior league variant, so there's some easier cards if you want to get straight to wrestling. And it very nice, quick, easy, glossy rulebook with the setup just tells you how many wrestler pieces you need. Basic overview of the gameplay, in which case you are sliding your token along the sort of ramp to try and push off your opponent's pieces off the other side of the board. And we've got a nice glossy advert for their other products. Obviously it's Board Game Tables, so they're known more for their tables and accessories, but they do churn out some popular games as well. And then obviously this is going to be part of the construction of the tower itself. Lots of spare baggies in here. This is the board on which everything stands. Okay, so it does recommend gluing the bits together. Which way is that supposed to bend, do we think? Oh, there's two bits there. That's why it's not necessarily bending. So these bits are just holes to be a bit more thematic and artistic as opposed to bits to hook it in. Okay, so there we go. We have got the ring constructed, and this is the ramp that you push your pieces along into the arena that will be piled high with these wrestling tokens, and you're trying to shove off your opponent's pieces. It's almost like a competitive 2p machine, really, from the like arcades that my mum is obsessed with, where you just pile 2Ps in and win as many prizes as you can. But probably took me 4 or 5 minutes to set that up. It wasn't too bad at all. I know the rules suggest gluing it together to make it a bit easier to set up, but I don't know if I'll even bother taking it down, to be honest. I'll probably just find a way of storing it as is. We've got these various beetles here, and then the different size pieces. So you've got your giant big bits here, if I can ever open these bags. And I mean, they feel really substantial and high quality. And then the medium size. So again, these are all going to be piled up much more neatly and much more organized than I'm doing at the moment. I don't know if I'll put the little ones on, but we've got the smaller ones. So again, you'll get, I think, different points and things for depending on what pieces you push out. Although, to be fair, the aim of the game is just to knock out the wrestler piece, which are these multicolored ones here. So as long as you knock out their piece, it doesn't really matter what you've done with the other ones. These are the special wrestling moves, depending which characters you have. And these will tally up with these cards here. And these are all sort of fantastically shaped. Different colours, different sizes, different shapes. All to sort of link up with the theme of the beetle that they match up with, which I think is a really nice touch. And also, obviously, it really impacts the gameplay, because each of these is going to behave very, very differently. So you've got, obviously, something that's a big, I guess, a rhinoceros beetle for that one, up against something tiny and little like that is going to be very different. I mean, look at the size of that one in comparison to that one. It dwarfs it completely. And from initial look, you would think the bigger pieces are going to have a much greater impact on the board because, you know, I mean, that's a significant portion of the board taken up already. So we've got the Spanish Superfly and Polo del Diablo, and he's the Blister Beetle. We've got Cactus Jack, obviously inspired by Mick Foley, Aaron Penryn, Cheap Pop. Now this is the Rhinoceros Beetle, so the Rhinoceros Beetle has actually got the little one. Okay. Mighty Jaw Mike, Stag Beetle, that makes sense for that. Mjolnir, the Titan Beetle. And yeah, you'd expect the Titan Beetle to have a big piece. Sisyphus, the Dung Beetle. Is this stool taken? The Great Metamorphosis, the Bombardier Beetle. The Hercules Beetle with his championship bout. Can you dig it? So I'm guessing he's inspired by... Oh, it's gone out of my head. Booker T, of course. And then we've got the Junior League one. So these just give you a starting inventory, including your special piece, which generally you have to earn. So you pay, like the Mandible Claw here, you pay 3 of the little ones to your opponent to add that to your piece, and then you can slide it in. And you get to knock out pieces based on what they're touching. So that's all very cool, and love the art style. Love how thematic it all is. And then I also got the Insect All-Star expansion. So many baggies in this game. Okay, so obviously Insect All-Stars is going to bring with it, well, more spare baggies, more cards. Getting a trusty knife for this one, I think. There we go. We got there in the end. Took far too long. Far longer than it ever should to get into a pack of cards. These are packed incredibly tightly. It's hard just to get a little nip on the edge just to get the knife in. But we got just lots more bugs. So we got the electric bug, the praying mantis, Asian giant hornet, the stick insect, a giant centipede, the jewel wasp, giant forest scorpion, giant Veta cricket, and then obviously junior rules for those, and a components list, and an expansion overview. And once again, yet more baggies with the exclusive wrestling pieces that are relevant for these cards. And again, they're all weird and wonderful and look really cool. I mean, I think it was the electric bug that had these yellow stars, and it seems to be one of the only ones, or this red one as well, where they have more than one piece. So obviously that's going to change the dynamic up completely. There's like a scorpion tail with the 4 stars, so I guess you can push in certain numbers of stars when you're wearing it, and getting to push in more than one on each turn is probably going to be a big advantage. I mean, that's going to be the praying mantis. You got that's got to be a stick insect. Various other pieces. Yes, I was just thinking this one must be the centipede with the 5 different bits, just because I don't know if it's supposed to be their mandibles or what, but well, a shout out to how many legs they have. And then we got this pink pointy bit. No idea what that's for. The hypno fist for the jewel wasp. So it is like a wasp stinger. So that is Kabuto Sumo. Again, it's one that I am hoping to get to the table very, very soon, and will be a nice, quick, easy, fun gameplay video to actually put up, because it's not going to be a 2-hour long Too Many Bones sesh. But I think it looks awesome. The quality of these components is much better than I expected, to be honest. They feel really nice in the hand. These all feel like they're going to change up the gameplay and be really interesting to use. And yeah, I just cannot wait to try it all out and showcase it for you all a bit more. But that is Kabuto Sumo. So thank you very much for watching today. Look after yourself, stay safe, and have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye now.